name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be making this vest. Let's get into it. So if you haven't already seen the haul video, go ahead and check that out. That's what all this fabric's from. I'm slowly working my way through the pile and ironing things. But we need to pick out a lining for this vest. We don't have to use any interfacing. It just says supplies needed are this piece, panel piece, as well as a coordinated lining fabric and matching thread. So I'm thinking that we use this brown from the haul. This is from the Rummage sale haul. And I also don't know what size to do. So there is small, extra small, small, medium, and large. My plan is I'm just gonna cut it out bigger than that, pin it together, try it on, and we'll see what it looks like. Before I chop it up, here is the full panel piece. So we've got the two sides of the vest, the back of the vest. This is a label, and then there are extension pieces. I don't believe I'll need the extension pieces, but we will see. And then there are ties. I don't think we're gonna do ties. I'm thinking we do like elastic and a button or something, but I don't know. We will cross that bridge when we get there. Also, in the picture, she doesn't have any buttons or anything, so that's pretty cute too. I love this like skirt and then the top. I'm thinking like turtleneck, but I don't know. We'll see. And then all the instructions are right here. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out bigger than what's necessary and then pin it together and see what it looks like. Oh, and it also says that you can use any of these pieces as applique or pins. All right, I have it roughly cut and then I have it pinned right along the line of the largest size. Let me flip it right side out, give it a try on, and see how it looks. Here is the vest. Let's try it on. Okay, it is most definitely too big. It is quite large. Let me pin it down to the XS size, the extra small, and see if that's too tight, and then we'll gauge from there. If that doesn't work, I'll go to the medium. That's kind of how I'm going to gauge what size to do, but I'm going to go dramatic. I'm going to go all the way to the smallest size and see how that looks. All right, now I have it pinned on the extra small, and this isn't even super accurate either because we're going to be sewing with a 5/8 seam allowance, and so it'll actually be a little tighter than this. Let's try this guy on. But it's also just a vest, like it's not a big deal. I would say this fits quite well. I'm worried that like, what if it's too tight when we do seam allowance? But I feel like this fits really good. I'm wondering if I should do it on the size small. I'm not certain what to do here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it on the size small. We're gonna do the first step where we get the lining and the outside sewn together, and then I'm going to try it on again and see how it looks, because we can always sew it smaller but we can't cut it bigger. So we're going to do the size small and then go from there, see how that looks. Here we go, it's all pinned, and I may be getting ahead of myself, but look how much extra fabric there is. What if I made like skirt or pants to go with it? Cute? Not cute? I don't know. We'll see. Let's get the vest done first. I did a really rough chop with the scissors, and now I'm going to go back with the rotary cutter and cut it much nicer. Here are the pieces cut out, so I went ahead and cut them at the small size, and then I notched where the extra small size was, just in case we need to go back and sew it a little smaller. So we have done step 1 where we tried it out. Step 2 is trying on as well. Then we cut out the lining pieces. So the next step is to pull apart the pieces we've got here. We're going to sew together the outside and then the inside at the shoulder seams. And then we can sew them right sides together along these parts. So let me do these 2 steps and we will come back together for steps 6 and 7. So I just realized that I messed up. I was supposed to cut 5/8 away from the marked line. Oops, I cut it on the line. Oh well, I mean, it's just a vest. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sew this down. Oh my goodness. I read this so many times and I still screwed it up. Here is the vest sewn. I did a 5/8 seam allowance, even though, you know, it should have been cut at 5/8 and then sewn at 5/8, so it would have been right on the fabric, but whatever, it's not the end of the world. So I left all the openings like it stated, and it says that the next step is to to trim the points and clip the curves, and then to turn it through one of these holes. But before I trim, I want to pull it through the curve, try it on real quick, and make sure it fits, and then we'll put it back like this and then trim. Here is the vest pinned together, turned right side out. So let's try it on real quick. I think that is a great size. I think that fits very well. Okay, so I need to go turn it wrong side out again, and then we'll go back to the step for trimming, and we'll do this the right way. But I'm glad we tried it, made sure it fit. I'm glad I didn't cut it at the extra small spot. I think that would have been too tight. This is good, because also I'd probably wear like a sweater or something underneath it. If there is some gaping here, I don't know. I think this is still a good size. Step 6, done. And I did it with pinking shears so that I wouldn't have to trim and clip. I did it all at one time. So now to turn it and press. So turn the vest through the hole like I just did and press. This, sorry, my iron's loud. This is looking so good, and I am so proud of my stitching. I also sewed the label in. It's not onto the back, it's only on the lining before I sewed the two pieces together, because I wasn't about to hand stitch it, but I did a zigzag for like a hand stitch touch, and I love it. I think it looks so cute, because like right here it says to add the label on at the very end, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we just, let's see here. Flip fronts onto back, right sides together, pin sides together, do not catch in the lining, match seams at armholes at lower edge, stitch from armhole to lower edge, be careful not to catch the lining. So we're stitching this part right here and this part right here, but not this part and not this part. We're just stitching the whole together. And then it says press seams open, turn seam allowance into the lining to the insides of both sides, and whip stitch. You know we're not about to whip stitch, but let me get this pinned together and we'll see how it looks. Something worth mentioning is that this is not 100% lining up. It is a little off, so I'm gonna do my best here. I swear sewing is witchcraft, because I showed you how it didn't match up. Yeah, it perfectly matches up. Sorry, it's a little blurry. It perfectly matches up. So I'm just sewing the exterior. I'm not sewing the lining. So I'm just sewing the part that's pinned. It's very interesting. Step 8, done. Step 9, press seams open. Turn seam allowance onto the lining on the inside of both. Okay, so we need to press the seam open and then pull the lining inward, change to some brown thread, and sew this bad boy up. Instead of changing the thread to brown, what I'm going to do is a zigzag. Oh, that's going to show a lot too. Dang it, that's not going to work how I thought. I wonder if I just do a straight stitch in the ditch right here, if it would work. I feel like it would. I feel like if I just stitched right in the stitch right here, that it would sew this shut, and there's plenty of overlap. Let's try it and let's see how it works. Here's how it looks from the top side, so not too bad. You can see it a little, but not that bad. And then I did have a brown thread in the bobbin, if this will pop up. I did have a brown thread, and I did increase the stitch length. Let's flip it over and see if it worked. Kind of. It didn't work down here. So it didn't work down here at the bottom. Let's try it on the other side and see how it works. Once again, it is not very noticeable on the front, and let's check how it did on the back side. Okay, that did not work at all. Dang it. Okay. I am going to need to sew further on this side. This part right here is the problem, though. Dang it, I was really hoping that would work, and I'm off by like, I wonder if I could just, iron it out further. Let me try and iron it out further. Now that is more like it. And I didn't even end up unpicking the stitches because it showed me where I needed to fold the opening over to. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I am going to seam rip this open, but I'm not picking these stitches because it will show me exactly how far more I need to fold over. But this worked out really well. And on the front, you still can't really see it. I mean, you can see it a slight bit, but not really. Okay, I went too fast that time, and you can see the stitches a little right there. However, even with that mistake, this was so much faster than hand stitching it. So, drum roll please, let's do a grand reveal. Grand reveal! Oh my goodness, this is so tacky and cute. I love it. I need to figure out what kind of closure I want to do. I'm thinking like just do some buttons, but also like not having closure is cute as well. I don't know, I might do just like one little clasp right here. I do have these like little clasps like you would have like in your dress, like at the top here. So I might just sew one of those in, but I love it so much. I think it is so cute. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And here's how the tag looks. I think the tag is probably one of my favorite parts. I love this so much. I think this is so cute. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What should I have done differently? What do you like? What do you not like? Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.